Welcome to the National Monument of Victor Emmanuel II. This massive monument, often known as Il Vittoriano, is dedicated to the unification of Italy. More precisely, it honors the first king of the unified Italy, Victor Emmanuel II. As King of Sardinia, Victor Emmanuel was a front figure in the movement for a united Italy. After his army joined forces with the political and military leader Giuseppe Garibaldi, they together defeated the opposing papal army. Shortly after this, the Kingdom of Italy was proclaimed in 1861 with Victor Emmanuel as king. Shortly after Victor Emmanuel's death, 17 years later, it was decided to construct a large monument in his honor. A design competition was arranged, which was eventually won by the young Italian architect Giuseppe Sacconi. The designated location for the monument was at the northern slope of the Capitoline Hill, the central and sacred hill of ancient Rome. In order to make room for the monument, several old Roman ruins and medieval churches were destroyed. Needless to say, this caused a lot of controversy and debate. The construction itself took place between 1885 and 1911. The monument was dedicated on June 4th, the same year of its completion. This was the date for the 50th anniversary of the unification of Italy, and the successor, Victor Emmanuel III, was present during the inauguration. The monument was however not fully completed until 1935, when all the statues and sculptures were in place. The building was designed by Sacconi in a typical neoclassical style, built around massive stairways and tall Corinthian columns. Throughout the monument, you will find statues, sculptures, and beautiful reliefs made by established sculptors from all over Italy. The centerpiece of the monument is the huge equestrian statue of Victor Emmanuel II that you have in front of you. Surrounding the base of this bronze statue, you can find 14 relief statues, each one representing a historically important Italian city. Right underneath the equestrian statue, you will see a massive relief. The whole monument is sometimes called l'Altare della Patria, but this is actually referring to the specific part of the monument. This part is known as Altare della Patria, the altar of the Fatherland. In front, you can find an eternal flame guarded by soldiers, which burns to mark the grave of an unknown soldier from World War I. The grave represents not only this unidentified soldier, but all soldiers who died and whose bodies were never identified. On either side of the staircase, you will see the monumental fountains, Due Mari, representing the two seas surrounding Italy, the Adriatic and the Tyrrhenian Sea. If you look at the roof of the structure, you will see two more large bronze statues. These ones depict a quadriga, that is, a chariot pulled by four creatures, ridden by the Roman goddess of victory, Victoria. Together, they symbolize the unity and liberty of Italy. The monument has been highly controversial ever since its construction, not only due to the destruction of the old Roman area in order to make space for the monument, but also due to the monument itself. Many regard it as pompous and way too large. The monument is built in pure white marble from Botticino, making it highly conspicuous amidst the generally brownish buildings surrounding it. It is clearly visible from most parts of Rome, despite the fact that it lacks a dome or a tower and is rather boxy in shape. This has given the monument several nicknames, such as the wedding cake or the false teeth. When the Allied troops entered Rome during the Second World War, they labeled it the typewriter, a nickname which still sticks around today. However, the monument attracts a large number of visitors each year. This despite all the criticism and the fact that the monarchy only lasted another 30 years after the completion of the Vittoriano. This monument has much to offer, more than just beautiful statues and sculptures. The 135-meter tall building also provides an excellent observation point. From the rooftop, you will get an unparalleled overview of the city and its geography. Another thing not to miss is the museum housed in the base of the monument. This museum is dedicated to the unification of Italy and is definitely worth a visit if you have any interest in history.